Well, I just wanted to comment on Alice in Chains real quick and say that, you know, grunge is kind of down to begin with. So I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the songs that Alice in Chains made wasn't sort of like directed toward a certain type of crowd to begin with. And I wouldn't be surprised if they were advised to do such a thing. But you know what? I don't really think that Alice in Chains really had that tragic of a like a sort of story. I just got a really stupid text. Hold up. First of all, Lane Staley, he got to live it up. Okay? I don't understand how being on MTV, having everybody know you, having any chick you want, having all the drugs in the world, all the money in the world, how is that tragic? How is that dark? Why is that a dark descent for Lane Staley? Because you don't live his life? Because you're on the outside looking in? Anybody could say, yeah, it's a dark descent. Because they don't live that life. You can say that about anything. You can even say it about something that you have experienced before is a dark descent. It doesn't really mean anything. It's just words. You didn't live his life. You didn't see everything he did every day. You only see a couple clips. What do you have? The bites alone on these videos that we're watching on YouTube for Lane Staley, what is it, like, I mean, a total of like 2 minutes tops sometimes? It's just not, look, you don't know people beyond what you see on television, period. Especially really ultra famous people like Lane Staley. Okay, first of all, he lived it up. He had a great life. It wasn't that tragic. The way it happened was tragic. The way it happened was totally tragic. And I'll tell you what. His girlfriend dying, that wasn't the first tragedy for Lane Staley. He's been through other things too. Guaranteed. Guaranteed. When he punched that dude on stage, he had to go to jail for that. He had to get locked up, or handcuffed at least, and questioned. Went to the police. But everybody has their set of circumstances. And I'll tell you what, everybody cries, everybody laughs, everybody gets mad. Where do we get off thinking we're different than every other human being? We have different brains, we have different needs, we have different urges, different temptations. We live different lives. We do different things. We go to bed at different times. We eat different shit. Some of us are similar. But in the end, they say if you try to commit, like if you try to in the Bible they say if you compare yourself to your neighbor, right? You try to purposely compare yourself to your neighbor. That's like a sin. That's like committing a sin. Because you can never be your neighbor. You cannot imitate your neighbor. You cannot be them. You will never be them. Like when you do things based on temptation, just say that you want to do that based on temptation and that you're tempted to do that. Just say you're stepping out of bounds real quick and you're going to do this shit because you like it and you want to try to do it. Why do you have to be fake? That's what the Bible's saying. Just be real. Nah, but seriously, like, Alice in Chains was not that down, really. I mean, dude, they really taught people that a lot of times that drugs were not good. I mean, they were really, like, more positive than they were negative a lot of times. And then Lane wasn't even that negative. You know, Lane, he was not any more negative than like my typical fucking friends that I know personally. I mean, and for a Seattle dude, like he could have been a lot more down than he is. He could have been like head between his knees down. He's not that negative. And they have a lot of good messages to share with the world. And he was the type of dude, like, you know, I'm not here to get everybody hooked on drugs, and I'm also not here to glorify drugs, but I am a fan. I am a fan. That's what he's saying. This is why he writes lyrics about drugs. Anyway, hey man, like and subscribe if you want. I don't have to tell you that. Everybody else has the same cliche. To put it in a cliche, like and subscribe. LDaVice. Lon1-2Dun out.